Is there anything else? Does anyone have any questions before we go?
Yes, yes. Dr. Higginson, can you tell me how to use scaffolding to determine my zone of proximal development?
I want to see you in my office.
Bonnie, thanks so much for talking with me today. You have done so many things on the campus of Murray State University. What I want to have you do at the beginning is give us kind of what I would call a micro bio of what you've done here at Murray. We don't have an hour, so you're going to have to keep this a little bit condensed.
I'll be glad to do that. People have commented over the years that I change positions every few years and that I never could settle down. I did settle down because this is my 36th year at Murray State, so it's where I belong and where I've been. But I started out in what we now call the community college, teaching the developmental reading courses, and moved from there after completing my PhD into the College of Education, where I taught and then became department chair for 4 years. Then I moved into the residential college system and served as a faculty head for 7 years, and then had the opportunity to move into the provost office as associate provost and served as provost for 3 years, and then had a chance to come back home to the College of Education and Human Services.
Wow, you've done so many things, and I think you are uniquely qualified, and let me say the most qualified perhaps to answer this question. What do you think makes Murray State such a special place?
You know, I never wanted to leave, and I've had to think about why did I not want to leave this place, and I think I never wanted to leave because of the people here. The faculty who care deeply about teaching, and I've been able to see that from these different perspectives, you know, in terms of the positions I've held as a faculty member myself, but also as someone who evaluated faculty and someone who worked with students and heard them talk about faculty. Our faculty really care, and they really go out of their way to ensure that students don't just learn and have the opportunity to pursue their passion, but also have opportunities after they finish. I've seen so many faculty help students get those first jobs, find those internships, pursue graduate school. And I just think Murray State is unique in terms of the people who are here, the faculty, the professional staff, the leadership team that we have in place.
So Bonnie, I know you take a group of students to Belize. Is it maybe every year? Do you have a trip coming up for that?
We have the Belize teaching experience. We started it in the spring of 2007. Probably about 100 students have been to Belize to teach for 3 weeks and see the country, experience the culture. And it's just been phenomenal to see the growth in these students as a result of that program, teaching in a developing country with lots of challenges, but they really take that on and do very, very well.
Well, Bonnie, we've made our way to Pogue Library in the reading room from your office, and I asked my guests to pick a place on campus they think they feel is a special place to them for us to continue talking. Why did you choose this beautiful room here at Murray State University?
Well, partly because it is beautiful. It's really one of the loveliest places on campus, but also because I was a student worker in this room.
In this room here, you were a student worker, okay.
When I was 17 and a freshman in college, worked here for really the 3.5 years it took for me to earn my bachelor's degree. So it's special in that way. And then when I retired as provost a little over a year ago, this is where the retirement reception was held. So it was kind of the beginning. I hate to say the end, not really the end, but
okay.
another momentous point in my career.
Okay, so not 360 degrees yet, maybe 320 or something like that.
Right.
Okay. So Bonnie, I was talking to some of your students and asked them about their time in your class, and one of them made a very interesting remark to me. She said that you taught her that teaching is just not about the transfer of information. Tell us about that a little bit.
I realize that as teachers, we possess a level of expertise in our subject areas, and we want our students to acquire knowledge, gain knowledge through the course experience or the experience we provide them at Murray State. But I think it has little to do with transfer. I think it's much more about discovery, having students ask questions, and not just questions like, will we have a test tomorrow, or do we have to read this chapter, but ask probing questions and seek out the answers on their own, where the teacher serves more as a guide than a transmitter of knowledge or information.
So if you read some of the articles coming out in Chronicle Higher Education and a particular book like How College Works, they talk about the power of the personal. And I think Murray State's figured this out a long time ago. That is, it's not just about being in someone's class, it's about developing relationships. Do you think that is an important part of the Murray State experience?
I think it is the key. And I think when students can see faculty as individuals they respect and that they learn from, but also as real human beings who have a sense of humor, who have their own lives, and are able to interact with faculty on those more personal levels, they are going to have a much stronger experience, and they're going to remember their experience forever. And I think that's what Murray State provides.
Bonnie, thank you so much for your time. It's always great to talk about teaching.